Outside, Flushing feels like it's always in motion. Cars sliding by, people ducking into shops, that little street noise that never fully turns off. Then you step into Dongguan Sushi and Tuna, and the room goes calm. Clean lines, soft light, and before you even settle in, hot tea lands on the table like they've been waiting for you. So we're not just here to say, yeah, it's good sushi. We're testing the idea of the overwhelming set, the Korean-style hui course energy, the Shikidashi that keeps stacking, and the tuna that's supposed to justify the whole night. Because the moment the table starts filling up, you realize what you actually paid for. The first thing you notice is you run out of table, not appetite. A small plate slides in, then another, then something warm in a little bowl, then something crisp, and all of a sudden you're doing that polite shuffle with your hands, nudging dishes an inch to the left, just to make space for the next one. It doesn't feel chaotic though. It feels intentional, like they're building a table the way a family does, one dish at a time, until it looks like a meal should look. If you've never had Korean-style hui dining, Shikidashi is the easiest way to explain it. It's the with-your-meal food, sides that show up without you ordering them, and it's not just filler. Think banchan energy, but tuned for fish, more clean flavors, more little resets, and less of the heavy spicy takeover that can drown out everything else. And the pacing matters. You're not hitting one big starter and waiting, you're tasting in waves. You'll get something warm that feels soft and gentle, the kind of bite that settles your stomach. Then right after that you get something cool and snappy that wakes your mouth back up. There are textures that crunch, textures that melt, and little brothy moments that clean the slate so the next bite actually tastes like itself. Even if you don't name every plate on camera, you can feel the map. Comfort, refresh, comfort, refresh. This is also where the value conversation gets real, because value here doesn't mean cheap. It means you didn't have to fight for a complete meal. People say it in reviews in the most straightforward way, like, it's a lot of food they bring with my one dish, and they're not exaggerating. They're literally talking about a single order that arrives with everything else pictured, even miso soup. That's the point. You're not building a meal by adding a soup, adding a salad, adding a side. The meal builds itself around you. Most sushi nights in the city run on a simple script. You get a miso, maybe a little salad, then you wait for your rolls or your nigiri, and the table stays pretty bare until the main plates drop. Here, the table turns into the experience early, and it changes how you eat because you're not rushing toward the main event. You're already in it. And that's where the old world jong shows up, not in some grand speech, but in the small service touches. Tea doesn't go empty for long. Plates clear away right when you start to feel boxed in. Nobody makes you feel like you're asking for attention, because attention is already built into the rhythm. It's also smart hospitality, because when you're eating raw fish, you want breathers. You want a bite that's warm, a bite that's clean, a sip of tea, a pause. Shikidashi gives you that naturally, so by the time the sashimi arrives, your mouth feels ready, not fatigued. And when your table already looks full, when you're thinking, wait, is this all still just the beginning? That's when the main fish lands, and it hits different.